So I hope you've stuck with me thus far and you were able to practice number 2 as well. If not, you need to pause this and go back and do number 2 on your own. Number 3 is a lot different, so I'm going to walk you through number 3. But if you haven't done number 2 on your own, you need to go back and do number 2. Okay, so for number 3, the reason it's a little bit different is because the years do not mean 2,102 of something. If the year is 2012, that is your starting year. So you're going to need to actually change the year to year 0. And that means 2013 would be year 1. It's 1 year after your starting year. 2014 becomes year 2, 15 year 3, 16 year 4, and 17 year 5. So that your X values are not 2012, 2013, but your X values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what you put into your L1 in your calculator. That's going to be very important. Anytime you have data that's given to you in years, you need to take the very first year, here it'd be 2012, and establish that as year 0. And then if it jumps by 2 years or 10 years, then you would go up by 2s or 10s. But here we're increasing by 1, so our X values increased by 1. And that's important because there's a question like that on the test. Okay, let's go back to stat and then enter for your edit. Go up and clear your lists. Clear, enter, over, up, clear, enter. And in your L1, go ahead and pause the video so that you can go ahead and enter this data in the table, then unpause it when you're ready. Okay, keep in mind that you have to make sure that you have the exact same number of Y values as you do X values. If you don't, you'll get an error. And if you also run into trouble, I know that Mr. Gattani is next door and he would be happy to help you. Okay, next. Here you have your data entered in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your years, for your X values, your L1 column. And then from 340 to 387 in your L2 column. So the next thing you're going to do is hit Stat, arrow over to Calc, hit number 4, or just arrow down to number 4, and then enter, 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 till you get down to Calculate, hit Enter again, and then your Y equals AX plus B. So I'm going to write that in here, Y equals, and your A, I'm going to round to the nearest hundredth, is 917x plus 338.24. And I'm rounding up that hundredth place because the thousandth place is an 8, so the 3 rounds up to a 4. Okay, so now we can estimate the number of graduating seniors in 2025. Okay, so is that year 6? Well, no, 2018 is year 6. So now we got to figure out what year is year 2025. So 18 is 6, 19 is 7, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So I get 13. Year 13 is the X value. So I'm going to take my line of best fit, put in 13 for X, my input, then pause this and do the math in your calculator, and then unpause it when you're ready to check. Okay, so once I put my data into my calculator, I got that the number of graduating seniors predicted for 2025 would be 457.45. I know that sounds silly. How can you have 0.45 of a person? But remember, this is just an average or an estimate. It is not exact numbers. Okay, so now the next one, I believe number 4 is another year problem. So you practice the year problem on your own, changing the years to actual concrete numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3. Good luck.